Good morning all, welcome to the channel. It's the morning after the night before. Monday morning here, busy weekend. So, the Toon back. Premier League football is back and thank God. Obviously it was nice to see the Championship, the Football League return last weekend, or the weekend before now. But Newcastle, it's been pre-season's dragged, isn't it? Obviously we've seen so much coverage, you know, in the modern day with obviously the games on Sky, the American tour, the Rangers game, the Gateshead game was covered. Obviously all the fan channels on YouTube and stuff like that. Journalists like Craig Hope doing their regular videos. Saw the Cellar Cup, which Newcastle United lifted, but the Premier League is back with a bang for the Toon. 5-1 victory over Aston Villa. The team, for me, there's three teams who I just cannot stand losing to. Two of those teams, you get over the past 15, 16 years, or however long I've been supporting Newcastle, you've got used to losing to. One of them we usually win at St James's Park, and that is Aston Villa. Obviously, being from Cornwall, I'm not a Geordie, so I don't have that same rivalry or passions against Sunderland, but Aston Villa is that team for me. I can't stand losing to Aston Villa. The other two, as you probably guessed, Liverpool and Manchester United. Not so much the hatred or the dislike, just don't like losing to them. And in particular, Liverpool, after their behaviour at Anfield last season, let's put it that way. I haven't got many problems with them scoring a goal in the 98th minute. That's the referee's fault, not theirs. But the excuse me, the behaviour of some of their fans in the stadium and online, and Jurgen Klopp. But anyway, Aston Villa 5-1. Wow, did I expect a 5-1 victory? Did I? Heck, I thought Newcastle had a chance. I thought I was confident we would play well, confident that we could get the win. However, I thought a draw was probably the most likely outcome. I went for 2-1 in my head at the last minute, but I thought a 1-1 draw was probably what was going to happen, and how wrong I was, along with another few things. So the lineup, as you've all seen, the usual back five of Nick Pope in goal, Kieran Trippier right back, captain. Centre half pairing of Fabian Schär and Sven Botman. Great to see Fabian Schär back and fit, and Dan Burn at left back. Midfield trio of Bruno Guimaraes and Joe Linton, who everyone predicted. Let's see if I can tilt this forward. No, I'm in traffic. There we go, that's a bit better. And Sandro Tonali. Did not expect that. I was out and about with the family in the car about an hour or so before kick-off. Phones that on the centre console, flashes up notification. I'm driving. Said to my wife, "Oh, can you just see who that is?" And she said, "Oh, it's a football thing." I said, "Oh, it's probably the lineups." So, like we've done when we've been in the car in the past. And I'm driving, I guess the lineup. She tells me, "Oh, yeah, he's in there." Bit sad, but it's just a bit of fun. And I went for Bruno, Joe Linton, and I was a toss up between Longstaff and Anderson. I was like, "Oh, Elliot, he's played so well in pre-season." She said, "Tonali?" I was like, "What?" She goes, "Yeah, Sandro Tonali." And I said, "Oh, right, okay. Didn't see that coming." The front three, Miguel Almiron on the right, Anthony Gordon on the left, and Alexander Isak through the middle. I got every player right, 10 out of 11 bar Sandro Tonali. Let's start with Sandro. I don't want to go into detail goal by goal because we're Monday morning now, it's Saturday night. You've probably all seen the highlights time and time again. I've watched them 5, 6, 7 times myself after watching the full game. But Sandro Tonali's performance was level midfielder, and I'm talking deep into the Champions League. He looked every inch the AC Milan level midfield player. I know Milan aren't the team they were years ago. I'm going back to like the mid-2000s when I first started like getting hooked on football. You look at the midfield of Seedorf, Pirlo, Gattuso, Kaká. Kaká gets into my fantasy 11 every single time, because in that sort of, from probably like 2004-5 to 2008, he was just on another level. But Sandro Tonali looked every inch a top player. He struggled a little bit against Villa in America in the pre-season friendly, and then that's where everyone on social media jumped on the bandwagon. Oh, Italians don't do well in the Premier League. He can't cope with the physicality. I think he missed a tackle on Buendia, and they went through and scored, and then everyone's writing him off. Yeah, brilliant. But he looked everything: poise, power, pace when he needed to, range of passing, calmness. He's 2-3 seconds ahead of everyone else on the pitch in terms of anticipating what's going on. He's constantly having a look, constantly scanning. He's just a sensational football player. Man of the match performance, in my opinion, and that says a lot, particularly when Alexander Isak scored 2 goals. But Tonali was incredible. He was involved in every goal. He scored the opener. Obviously, it was I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, Anthony Gordon down the left hand side. Another one who played very, very well. Little interchange with Joelinton, gets the ball back, puts in a fantastic cross with his left foot. Doesn't whip it, just drills the ball in. Brilliant cross, and Tonali times his run to perfection, showing that he's not just going to be pigeonholed as a 6 or as a defensive midfield player, as a lot of people have alluded to. I think you're going to see all 3 midfielders interchanging. I don't think you can have a set one defensive, one box-to-box, and one attacking midfield player. I think you're going to see them interchange. I think you're going to see Joelinton getting in the box, you're going to see Bruno getting in the box, you're going to see Tonali getting in the box. He scored that goal, and then a couple of minutes later he went through on goal on his left foot. A bit of an angle for a left-footed strike, and it was a good save by Martinez. But yeah, I think we're going to see all 3 of those midfielders taking turns interchanging. And he alluded to, was it his pre-match press conference or the post-match? I think it might have been the post-match with Sky, that they have a midfield structure, but it's fluid, it's interchangeable, that they like to try and set traps for the opposition and just be unpredictable in their shape, in their play, in their patterns of play. But yeah, what a performance from Tonali. And if he continues, I don't think he's going to be at that level every game. But if he's somewhere near that for the whole season, we've got a phenomenal player. Particularly when you see Moises Caicedo, who's had one really good season in professional football, being signed, or talked about being signed for £111 million. Enzo Fernandez, £105 million. Declan Rice, £105 million. I don't know, Fernandez was 105, but he was over 100. Declan Rice, £105 million. You're looking at those players, and then you look at Sandro Tonali for £52 million. You know, Moises Caicedo does not have Champions League experience. Declan Rice does not have Champions League experience. I can't comment on Fernandez because I don't know too much about him. But you're getting a player for half the price of all 3 of those. He's got Champions League experience. He's got international experience. He was played in the semi-final of the Champions League last season. He's won a league, and you're getting him for half the price. And if you look at Saturday night's performance, wow, I'd say he's better than all 3 of them. Personally, just going off that one performance, which I know is a silly thing to say, 92 minutes, he was fantastic. But let's go through the goals. So we go 1-0 up with the Tonali goal, as I've said. it was a lovely cross from Gordon, and a great finish. Then Aston Villa score. I think it was a cross from Luca Dean. Watkins gets nods ahead, header back towards the back post, and Moussa Diaby, the player that we were linked with for a good 12 months, fires at him on his weaker foot. A little bit of a disappointing goal to concede. I think he was Joe Linton's man. Joe Linton got drawn towards sort of helping out when the ball got swung in, left his man clear. Eddie and the coaching staff and the defenders will be a little bit disappointed with that. However, I thought for the rest of the game, on the whole, we defended really well. I thought Botman was brilliant. I thought Fabian Schär looked his usual self. You know, I'm not going to say the Rolls Royce thing, because every defender who doesn't panic nowadays is called a Rolls Royce of a defender, but he looked really good. Trippier looked good. Dan Burn continuing to defy the odds and the opinions of some people who continuously doubt him. Really good. Then we went 2-1. We had a free kick in the middle of the park, middle of the Villa half. Sorry, too far out for Trippier or Tonali to shoot. Trippier is on the ball. Tonali's free on the right hand side. No one goes with him. They assume Trippier's going to swing the ball to the box like he always does. The delivery is phenomenal, as we know. Rolls the ball to Tonali. Tonali's then got time to take a touch, get his head up, swing the ball into the box. No, it was a lovely delivery. Sven Botman, got to give Sven Botman some credit for what he does. Mid-air volleyed pass, airborne volleyed pass, perfect into Alexander Isak's path, and bang, that finish. Now Isak, we've seen some phenomenal. One of the things I like about Alexander Isak the most is his versatility. He can do a bit of everything, but we've seen the dribbling, the phenomenal finishes, the penalties, the precision. We've seen some top class finishes from him. The ones that come to mind straight away: Notts Forest away, the first goal, the Brentford strike away on my birthday actually. So we know he can score those goals. A bit like Papi Cisse in his first season. It seemed like every goal was a great finish, like a phenomenal volley or lovely chip. I'm thinking of Swansea away, or the two fantastic goals against Chelsea away. But Isak, we've seen the penalty. He's a phenomenal penalty taker. He doesn't panic. He's calm under pressure. He's a great dribbler. He's even scored a couple of headers now. I'm thinking Sella Cup against Fiorentina, and obviously Wolverhampton Wanderers at home last season. So he's got every facet of his game checked off: pace, power, precision, dribbling, skill, finishes, headers now. But one thing we hadn't seen was that like predatory element to his game, that poacher, which you would say Callum Wilson is more that player. Callum Wilson, don't get me wrong, scored some fantastic goals last season. You think of the goal against City, the goal against Notts Forest on the opening day, the goal against Everton, Goodison, phenomenal finish. But Alexander Isak, that second goal on Saturday evening was just like that predatory, right place, right time. I know he's just centre forward, he's meant to be there, but it was nice just to see that element, because his second goal was his usual flair, pizzazz. So we go 2-1 up. It's 2-1 at the break. Very tight game. I thought Villa, if anything, were slightly the better team through large periods of the first half. Obviously, Tyrone Mings goes down injured. He got stretchered off, unfortunately for him. Done something to his knee. Hopefully he's alright. I'm not one of these who's going to start crying because someone got injured, like Hudmin Son did against Everton, but hopefully he's alright. You know, you don't want to see anyone out for a long-term injury, even if they're an Aston Villa player. So hopefully he's fine, and it's not too bad. He goes down. Villa suffer from that because he is a leader at the back. He's a lot better than he used to be, Tyrone Mings. I used to think he was vastly overrated. One of these players who Gareth Southgate picked when there's much better centre halves around. but he's been very good since Emery come in. He's really, really improved, and they lost something. You know, a lot of Villa fans who go, oh well, yeah, we only lost because of Mings, and we only lost because Mings got injured, and da 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 da. Well, you've got to run with it, haven't you? You know, the rubber green. But it was a very close first half. I thought Villa played some good football, showed they're a proper team. But the second half was a different story. We wiped the floor with them in the second half. Matty Cash had a really good chance in the first half, if I remember rightly. It was in the first half for Aston Villa. Ollie Watkins had a couple of good chances, but the second half we wiped the floor with them. This is where Sandro Tonali really came into his own. First half he was all about getting about, very busy getting about the pitch. You know, made some good tackles, obviously scored a goal, got in the box. Second half you didn't see much of him getting in the box, but he controlled the game. He took the sting out. Every time Villa started to build a little bit of momentum, nope, bang, killed the pace of the game. Kept the ball, didn't give it away, looked really good, had some fantastic touches, great passing. And the second Alexander Isak goal, Bruno Guimaraes, who didn't have his best game in black and white, but still had his moments, and he will get better as the season progresses, obviously. Bursts past his man in midfield, plays out to Gordon, who plays the ball in behind for Alexander Isak. Konsa, the Villa centre back, has got it covered, but he's trying to be clever, trying to sort of feint he's going right and then take the ball left and play the ball out from the back. Alexander Isak's too quick for him, nicks the ball off him and then just lobs the goalkeeper on the angle near the touchline with players running in. Just that instinctive finish that he didn't have time to think, he just goes for it, and he's audacious. He's very unassuming when you talk to him. He's not a big time Charlie, he's not a big I am, unlike his idol probably, being Swedish, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, but he's just a sensational player, and he just lobs the goalkeeper, makes it look a piece of piss. That finish looks like, you look at that and you think, yeah, I can do that. No, he just makes it look so easy. From then on, we tore them to bits continuously. Subs are made. I forget who came. Gordon came off for Barnes. Murphy came on for Miggy, and it then became the Harvey Barnes show. Fantastic. The Callum Wilson goals, probably, I'm going to say all 5 goals are brilliant, but this one from a team perspective is probably the most pleasing. Sandro gets the ball in midfield, plays it outside of the foot pass, little pass into Joe Linton, goes around the back, Joe Linton gives it back to him, and it's like touched onto him, and Sandro, with a first time pass, perfectly weighted behind for Harvey Barnes, who plays it on a plate for Callum Wilson, who's just come on for Alex Isak, and it was just a fantastic goal. You know, perfect pass into Joe Linton, perfect layoff for Sandro Tonali into Harvey Barnes, perfect. Harvey Barnes, perfect finish. Wilson could not miss. He's obviously not going to miss. He scored goals from that position with much worse passes than that, but it was laid on the plate for him. Fantastic. What you want to see: quick tempo, precise, on the money passes, brilliant. Harvey Barnes, then we have another chance, very similar, comes down through on the left hand side, lays it on for Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson probably will be disappointed that he didn't finish this one off to make it 5-1 at the time. However, it was a bit of a freak save. Martinez was diving one way and it just come off his knee, his trailing knee, if you like. Yeah, Wilson probably should have scored, but Jesus Christ, we're not going to criticise the team when they just beaten Aston Villa 5-1 at home. But then in the 92nd, was it 90th minute? Oh, it was late on in the game. Harvey Barnes down the left again. We're picking them off at will now. The Aston Villa high line has been exploited well and truly. He slid through, and you're thinking he's on his own anyway. But I'm thinking, third time lucky, Harvey. Go on your own this time, and he finishes it off with that signature trademark Harvey Barnes finish, cutting in on his right foot from the left. He just looks so smooth when he does it. All right, Martinez got a foot to it. It didn't go straight in the net. He nearly saved it, but he just from left to right, far post, slides it. It just makes. He's the best in the league, I think, at that finish. He's done it so many times, time and time again. The goalkeeper's probably known, well, he knows what's happening. He's going to try and whip it round him, slide it underneath him into that far post, but he can't do anything about it. He's just too good. And it caps off a wonderful performance. The debuting players, Sandro has a hand in, I think, every goal. Maybe not the last one, I can't remember. But he scores the first, puts the ball in for the second, wins the. I think he plays. No, he does have a hand in every goal. He plays a pass in for Isak's second to line it up to Bruno, I think. The fourth one for Wilson, obviously he plays that lovely. He gets some hoop down, plays that lovely slide pass into Harvey Barnes and play for Wilson. The last goal, just remembered, he gets the ball in midfield, and one of the Villa midfielders or attackers comes to press him, and he just takes a heavy touch into space away from him, glides away, ball into Jacob Murphy, who makes is it Pau Torres, their new centre back, look like an absolute fool. Whizzes past him and then plays in Harvey Barnes in behind the high line. But yeah, Tonali just made that look so easy. What a performance. What a performance. But yeah, so Tonali, as I said, scored a goal, had a hand in all 5, man of the match performance. Harvey Barnes scored 1, assisted 1. It's just an incredible performance all round from the team. Really pleasing to see. We look top notch. We are a proper team here. We look the shit. We look the bollocks. We carried on from last season, haven't we? But we look even better. Like I was saying to my mate last night, it's still a novelty seeing us win 5-1, but it's getting less and less of a surprise. I'm not taking it for granted by any means, but it's getting less and less of a surprise each time. We just look phenomenal. Proper team. And that performance, I know it's only one game, and it's the first game of the season, so it's a bit of a free hit, some would say. But I feel confident of getting something from the Etihad now. I'm not saying we're going to win, although if we play like that, and if City play like they did on Friday night against Burnley, we could win, because they didn't look very good at all. They looked physically strong, and Burnley looked the more technical, or Burnley played more technical nowadays, which is just weird because, you know, obviously it used to be Burnley were the stronger team and City were just technical. But I think if City play the way they did on Friday night, we could do it, because we are physically better than Burnley. The Newcastle got to be the fittest team in the league, and you got dominant players. Dan Burns not going to get bullied on set pieces. Sven Botman's not going to get bullied on set pieces. Midfielders Bruno and Joe Linton are not going to step back from anyone. Sandro Tonali showed on Saturday that he's got that running power. He's also going to not going to take anything from anybody, and it's exciting times, isn't it? Right, end of the video. Gonna get some fuel now, but thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. If you didn't enjoy the video, thanks for watching this far anyway. Cheers guys, see you later.